Alrighty. Hi, my beautifuls. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my channel, Chaos Before Cosmos. For those of you guys that are new here, welcome to my channel. My name's Kerry. If you guys been here before, you know what this weird and wonderful, wild human being's all about. Yes, I did just call myself wonderful, didn't I? I did. All right, let me just go into the settings over here, get that all set up. So we are doing some mini live readings, personal readings. You will, however, need to be a subscriber to participate for that. All right, so... All right. Also, obviously, guys, as per usual, members, you guys take priority on reads. We're just gonna chill, chat shit. I'm going to open up this tarot deck right now because remember, did I not just say before, right? Like, and I have a feeling that these are going to be pretty good sized cards, right? Look how big the box is. Did I not just say earlier in that Leo read that I wanted I wanted some other bigger cards, tarot cards, to use? I wanted something different, and here we have, here we go. So yeah, I've got that. I've still got the little Sweet Forages Tarot as well that we've got to open, but I might just open that by myself, right? Whenever I feel drawn to opening it. But if you guys have got questions, want to get a little mini personal read, as I say private, it's not private, we're out here on YouTube live, but if you'd like to get a reading, then by all means drop your question in the comments below. If you're asking for a general, please give a time frame that you're wanting to know about, like a general time frame. If it's a time frame, if it's just general, what do you need to work on, what do you need to know overall. We don't need a time frame for that, obviously, but be specific even with your general, right? General what? General about what? All right, so we've got the Mythos Tarot here by Helena Elias. All right, so this is guidance from the Greek gods. All right, so beautiful box here, right? Nice and shiny box, right? We like some shiny boxes. Big ass massive book. Wow, it's beautiful. I'm at this might actually be one I actually sort of take a look at from time to time, You just want to know? What do you want to know? What do you want to know, Cappy? What do you want to know? I'm starting to sound like a bloody Virgo over there, right? Got enough of them in here already. Just want to know? What do you want to know? Ooh, Apollo's the chariot in here. Interesting. So yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to come out. There's going to be Greek gods that I've never heard of either. I'm sure of it. I'm certain of it. All right, let's get into this box, shall we? What is this? What is this Rockpool app that this little flyer seems to come with almost every deck lately that I've bought? Is this just like this? Obviously must be from a particular publishing house that these get put in. But well, I don't care. Whatever they, I don't care. Whatever. Again, I love these excessive sized, oversized packages, right? Oh, look, so far. Oh. Your girl loves a good matte laminated, the backside, on the side that we've got to read, I like a good old matte laminate. I'm not a huge fan of the gloss as a streamer, like for reading for lives. Great, they'll be great obviously for when I do the psychic fairs and personal face-to-face readings. But first thing I'm going to say off the bat with the Mythos Tarot is as a streamer, for streaming purposes, for camera purposes, right? That's it's hard enough sometimes to get, and I'm like, why would I use that as an example and not use my own Oracle deck as an example? Hello, right? But that's a matte laminate over the top, right? As opposed to the, the gloss. Like, look at the difference straight off the, it's And even with the matte laminate ones, I still have to sometimes angle them to get a good one. So these are quite shiny, I'd say, compared to almost anything else that I've got. I mean, these have no real laminate on them at all. So there's a few that are just like raw. Yeah, nah, even the symbol on. I mean, okay, they're probably, are they shiny? Yeah, they're as shiny as like the Archangel Power Tarot. So yeah, I don't know, just as a for YouTube purposes or for, you know, being on camera, it's definitely a lot better when they're not reflective like that. They've got a gold edge too, so we'll see how long that lasts. You know, stock's quite flexible, quite bendy, quite thin. Personally, I probably would have gone just, you know, if you're going to go to this, I mean, again, personal preferences, personal ways of doing things. But if I was going to go to the effort of making such a beautiful deck like this, I personally probably would have gone slightly thicker on the stock, you know what I mean? Just a touch, not, I don't know, some people find the light sears too thick. I think that's like kind of the thickness that's like really good. So this is like just like a bit thinner than that. So, you know, might not be as durable, but obviously with the, you know, the slightly thicker stock, they tend to, you know, they can sometimes, like when you like, they get a bendy line in them, right? Like because they're not as flexible. So yeah, I guess, you know, sometimes you just got to be careful with certain cards. Lena, I didn't catch your comment the other day that you left, sweetheart. The girls told me later. Mystical and Gala told me later. I hope everything's all right. I was like, that's shit I don't want to be right about when I do readings for people, and then shit like that kind of comes, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like to be right about everything, right? I don't like to be right about everything out here, but yeah, that's definitely not one of the things that I like predicting, that, you know, when it comes to not great stuff, or like, you know, not things that people would consider a positive. I don't like being right about those kind of messages that I have to deliver, but as long as you're all good, that's good. Okay, so I mean, thank you for the confirmation. Like, you know, thank you for the confirmation of my intuition. I appreciate it. It's just, yeah, as long as you're good, that's all that fucking matters, babe. That's all that matters. All right, let's have a look. So, Pan, what, like as in Peter Pan, right? So, I'm not going to go through and show you all of them. I will, man, the Magician, man, that looks like some dark ass magician energy there, but I like it, right? I like it. So, maybe we'll just go through them. You know, maybe I'll just go through the mages quickly, and the mages, and then we'll get into it. So that's the High Priestess. Again, it's so hard to show you these as well because of the shine. Persephone, we got Hera's here. Ida, right? It's so funny, like being Greek and knowing like the proper pronunciation of these words and then trying to say it like in English. It seems almost offensive, right? Because it's weird. It's weird. It's like when any Greek has to talk about like a particular type of Greek cheese, it's very hard for us to say it with just like, you know, an Aussie accent, or like the way that Australians or like regular English speaking people would say it, right? Like I always divert straight to my like thick, heavy Greek accent. The Emperor here is Zeus, right? I've got Zeus coming out. So that's a bit of a interesting one. Like you can't really see much, but so there's like a crown which looks like a something's pouring onto him. It's a crown. There's like leaves there. So I don't know. I was about to say thorns, right? But they're not thorns. Okay, so that's, again, interesting. The artwork's fairly interesting, but trying to not get that shine, too much of that reflection on there. Hierophant Dionysus, right? Dionysus, right? Oh god, it's so funny when the way people pronounce shit, right? Like, but again, the shine on it is what's probably going to shit me to tears. Even with my little even with my little light that I've got that shines straight directly on the section of the table right in front of me to make sure that I can see better, there's still a lot of reflection coming off the cards. It's not until I put them a little bit out in the shadows that they're better. Aphrodite, right, which is going to be the Lover's card. Again, it's just like, where's the perfect, I need to find the perfect, oh God, there's the perfect spot. There. We've got next, we've got Apollo, which is the Chariot. Strength card, Atlas, all right. Holding up the world. Chill, bro, man, that must be some heavy duty freaking lifting right there. The Hermit, Hermes. Really, Hermes for the Hermit? I mean, look, I'm no expert in I'm no expert, but look, I just find it interesting the selections, right? The selections, because again, you know, there's different there's different things each of these gods and goddesses are associated with, and there could be, you know, more than sort of one avenue that you could pop some of these into. But yeah, some of them have definitely surprised me. So yeah, Hermes is the Hermit. Hermes the Hermit. We've got Demeter as the Wheel of Fortune. Themis as Justice card. Why is this one upside down? There's only one upside down in the deck. Oh, no, it wasn't. It's just me who's upside down because it's the Hangman. I'm like, why is this upside down? I didn't even read it before I looked at it. Duh. Just had like a duh moment. Prometheus. All right. Prometheus, the one who fucking pissed off bloody Zeus because he gave the Greeks fire, right? Gave the Greeks fire. Thanatos, which is the Death card. I actually like some of the artwork on this is like pretty nice. Like I like how they look. They feel nice, right? Like the glossiness of the cards feel nice. They'll probably be a bit on the slippery side. And now I've just, you know, put everything out of order here, but it doesn't matter. Temperance. We've got Artemis here for Temperance. We've got Athena is the Judgment card. Helios or Ilios, right? The sun. It's literally the word for the sun. Selene, which is the moon. I got the star, which is... I'm not sure how to even pronounce that one, right? It's the letters NYX. I'm going to have to look that up because the X could be like a particular sound in Greek, which translates to an X in English, right? So once I check that up, I'll be able to pronounce that like a proper person. But what else we've got here? We've got the Tower, which is Poseidon, right? So our that's interesting, man. The Tower for Poseidon, I get it because... No, I still don't get it. I still don't get it because Poseidon is tied into Neptune, and I mean he's the god of the sea, right? This is you know, the Tower cards usually Aries Scorpio energy, which is interesting to why you use Poseidon, but okay, again, you know, each their own. The Devil, Hades, man, come on. You know what? I have a slight issue with that. Hades is not the devil. He's the god of the underworld. Hades is like, yeah, girl, right? Man, I would not like to be the author and creator of this deck, right? And be putting Hades on as the devil, right? Girl, he gonna be waiting for you, right? Hades gonna be waiting for you. You're gonna be waiting. He gonna send you the devil, which is Avaliable, right? The devil. Whole different person to Hades, man. Hades is the god of the underworld, okay? God of the underworld. We don't associate that in Greek mythology like that with the devil. The world. Gaia. But it's spelled differently to how you guys would normally spell it. It's spelled with A-E. A-E-A. I like the artwork though. Beautiful looking goddess. But yeah, look, there's a few things that probably I would have done maybe a little bit differently. But yeah, all the usuals are in here. Okay, all the usuals are in here with a lot of extras. A lot of extras, all right? So again, we're not going to go through the whole lot because it's just that's a lot to go through. But I'm going to give these cards a good shuffle up as well, and might give him a bit of use today, right? You feel like the Greek gods would have served better as oracle rather than trying to, yeah, babe. That's what I've done. So, I mean, that's my deck. That's why I created, I didn't actually know this deck existed until a few weeks ago when I ordered it. And that's the reason why I created my deck, which is based on the 26 letters of the alphabet, the 12 gods of Olympus, and a whole bunch of Greek iconic words. So, deck's about to begin soon. Again, fourth revision now. Got to sit down, do the fourth revision, and then get the artwork done to get ready for the reprint eventually. But, yeah, no, it's, look, either way, I'm happy I got the deck. You know what I mean? It's, oh, wow. Oh, wow. You know what? I take it back on the thickness of the stock. And one thing, like, just look at how solid that, like, look at that. It almost looks like a gold brick, right? Like, they're seamless together. The actual production of them, like, I can't fault the production of them. Again, we all like slightly different things when we, use tarot cards, and we all like different feels of cards. Sometimes I think my cards are a little bit on the thick side, especially for the size that they are to get, like a particular shuffles on. But yeah, for those of you guys that do want to get a copy of my Oracle deck, description box below is the link to my Etsy store. It's also where you guys can book in for pre-recorded private reads. For personal private reads, guys, email, which is again in the description box. All right, so my beautifuls, my lovelies, who we got in here still? Who we got? I know, man. Look at all the mods in here. Look at all you blue labeled people. All right, if you would like to jump on the list though and get yourself if you've got a question, want to pop that in, we can do that. How are you, beautiful? Hope you're doing well, Denise. I know why, Drastic. I just want to call you kitty cat every time you come in here. This is always be like, hey, kitty cat. Oops, what am I doing out here? Doing some weird shit. Pepper flake. Not like snowflake, a pepper flake. You're good? Good. That's good. I'm glad that my homies are good. All good in the hood. But they do shuffle quite nice. I gotta admit, that's a nice shuffle. That is a nice shuffle, General for January. Yeah, let's have a look for January. Absolutely. That's one thing, man. Like, as soon as they tip slightly, they just want to, like, spread everywhere. Very, very glidey, right? Very glidey. Even if that's not a word, I'm going to use it. They're glidey, okay? I'm using it. We're sticking with it. Glidey, right? So that's going to be a new word, right? I don't know if that's in the dictionary, but you know what? I might chuck it up there on the Urban Dictionary, right? Glidey. As a descriptive word for tarot cards, right? Glidey. They're glidey. All right. Lena Ballerina. I can just write Lena. I don't need to write ballerina there. Anybody else? Could I just have a vibe check for things between me and... Oh, okay. Right, it's one of them. All right. Spirit. I absolutely do take donations and super chat. I mean, who would be stupid enough to refuse that anyway, right? No, I'm sorry, we don't take handouts here. We don't take offerings, right? No, we do. Absolutely. You can super chat. I've got my PayPal links in the description box as well. But you would, right? You would have to be a crazy person not to, not to allow people to reciprocate, energy if they find something of value on your channel or of your energy, whatever it is, right? You'd have to be fucking cooked and crazy, right? And I'm not that anymore. So yeah, absolutely. Yep. In fact, here, I'll open up my pocket for you if you would like. And this is what this is what I do, right? This is how I make extra cogs turn in my life. All right, Lena, general for January. Let me just write that down. She wants a gen for January. I don't know why I like to get to you, right? So there could be something that you're needing to get to, or somebody trying to get to you. It's like I was getting some sort of energy of like somebody needing to navigate to somebody else. It could be like driving to somebody else, traveling towards somebody else, something of that nature. Lena came up first and foremost. Milo, Spirit's going to slap you. Spirit's going to slap you, but we'll write it down. We'll write it down. We'll write it down. Now, a pepper flake. Right, we'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to write you down on my list and then we're going to go through it. Well, I don't have pricing on here for this. I do live mini reads for my subs on a frequent, right? Because I think personally, if I'm going to spend any time reading on this platform, rather than like other channels pumping out, 12 signs all day, every day of fucking love reads, which don't give you guys any fucking value, that I'd rather do things a little bit differently. You get a little bit out of it. If you want to go more in depth, that's when people can, book in personal private reads and things like that, which we get a lot deeper, right? Like a lot deeper. But I like to share the love and spread the good vibes, right, with those that deserve it. So I don't have prices. Yeah, it's exactly what Shauna said. I'm fucking priceless. I am priceless. I will actually be putting up my my private read prices before next year begins, because when I look at what certain people charge in comparison to my gifts and skills, I could shit all over them and run circles around them, and I definitely deserve to put my shit up, right? Thank you, Pepperflake. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to get to yours, but Pepperflake, there's something we need to talk about first before we're going to even read into the energy, and we'll explain it when we get there. It doesn't matter whose initials they are. We're just going to put, are they your person, Pepperflake? Is it that what they are? Is it like the person that you're... So what was the question that you just asked? Beautiful. Things between... So is this your actual person? Like you dating this person? Pepperflake? Or is this person of interest or a actual person that you're with? No. What was next? Who's next on the list? You need the full name, what you go by now. What are you talking about, Lena? Mate, I will call you Lena fucking Ballerina as long as I like. Denise, yeah. So we could head banana. Oh, no, Missy, I will call you. Hey, what did you... I didn't even see that comment. What was that all about? What was that? Oh, you mean you were like ninja spec on me? You went ninja spec on me. Yeah, I mean, dude, if you want to see my tits, go onto last live stream. Fucking girls were out. Girls were beautifully out, yesterday hanging out with us. Right? Like, what do you mean? Like, just go check out the rest of the channel, bro. You'll go fucking see the girls You know, popping out saying hello, no problems in yesterday's live stream. It's not like we're depriving people out here of fucking cleavage on this channel, right? It was a boobs. Boobs. Oh, Jesus Christ, eh? Fucking hell. Like, and it's my prerogative to fucking have a little bit of cleavage out here, right? That's my fucking prerogative. As a 40-year-old fucking woman, mother of 2 kids, right? Like, I can do what the fuck I want with my boobs. It's your first time here. hopefully it's not your last. Hopefully it's not your last. Oh man, the boobs thing. You guys don't understand. You know, sometimes randomly, I just say it out loud when no one's even around. Just boobs, right? And then start fucking cracking up, laughing to myself, going, I wish the crew were around. You know, it always makes me think of you guys. It really fucking does. It really does. What's going on over there? I don't even know who that is. I've got PayPal going off over here, shit going off over there. All right, banana, what we're looking at there. All right, guys, I've got to go focus, right? You guys got to focus so we get through this, right? Let's get this list done and get into it. Let's get this shit done. Don't let me go fucking too wild, right? Okay. Where was... Whew. All right, so... Okay, so you just, all right, so, okay, so for advice, okay, for next year. For next year and growth, all right. All right, next then we had, after that, it was Milo. Milo, yours is going to be real quick because Spirit just said we're going to just give you a backhander, but okay. Right direction. After Milo, what was next after that? And no, you didn't bother me. You didn't bother me. I don't know why. Can I just call you Mingo? Can the lingo be Mingo? Can we do Mingo lingo? I love that. All right. So what was it going next? We're both. Pepper Flake, let me tell you, mate, like, ooh, it's going to be an interesting first time here, but I really do hope you enjoy it. Now, to those of my OGs, right, who have read that comment, you guys are probably like, wait till she sees it, you know, like, wait till she sees that one. Pepper Flake, we have a very different and unique approach to life and tarot up in this channel. Now I hope you love a little tough love, because that's what you're probably gonna get out of me in spirit with that one. But it's only because we give a fuck, right? It's only because we genuinely care about people heading in the right direction and, you know, doing things you know, what would be considered maybe a proper way. All right. Then I've got DR on my list. DR. I just can't call you Doug, right? I just got to call you DR like you're the doctor. Love doctor. Yeah, okay, so like just a spiritual check-in. Okay. All right. Who was after that? Okay, beautiful. What would you like your read about? So just let me know. Just pop in the comments what you would like your read about, Mingo, and I'll put that down on the list. All right, what I'm going to do, Pepper, Flake, and Mingo. Now, none of you guys, all the rest of you guys on my list there are members. So what I'm going to do, unless I've missed, because Shauna, don't just jump in now and be like, me, right? Just don't be like that woman. Come on now. I can see you floating around in the chats, right? But mate, both of you. I'm telling you, Pepper Flake and Mingo, we're doing you guys first and foremost, not just because you guys sent through donations, but because you guys are new around here. And you're all right today, Shauna? All right, good. Okay. This person's, yeah, okay. All right, Spirit's like, Pepper Flake, Mingo, school's in session, baby, right? Welcome to class. Welcome to spiritual freaking tarot class 101, life lessons, where we turn shit into fucking blessings, right? All right. Now, Pepper Flake, I don't know how many tarot channels you've been around. I don't know how many times maybe you've asked this question on other pages. But let me tell you the first problem with both of your situations, right? Whether it's you or him or you, you know, whatever your genders are, doesn't matter, right? But the first issue is if there is a person that you are aware of, that you have deep feelings for, that you believe is your perfect match, that is your person, and you are dating somebody else, what are you doing? You're settling, okay? So unless you're in a great relationship, if you're in a great relationship, I'm going to say you've got even bigger fucking problems than what we just discussed, right? So, you know, really think about that whole dynamic, okay? The problem with trying to navigate relationships under those circumstances is they carry a level of karma and karmic lessons that one must learn first before, you know, things will actually go smoothly in a dynamic like that. So you're going to have to be really, really careful, you know, how you kind of approach this, right? So clearly there's some fears. Okay. Now, if the fears are on both ends, unfortunately, you've only got control over what you can work through. All right. But fighting one's feelings, being with other people, but still having some sort of connection and dynamic together, is actually going to cause you karma, to have karmic lessons. Okay. It's not going to bring you any closer to what it is that you want or the feelings, you know, how you want to feel about your life any sooner. It's actually going to bring you karmic lessons, right? So what you're going through right now, or what you're being presented with right now, is actually a challenge, okay? And, you know, this challenge can be handled in many different ways, right? It depends on, again, to what level of integrity, honesty, depth, and real truth are you hoping to get on a level with partners. Give me one sec. Hold up, guys, because I'm not fucking putting up with that shit right now. We're not doing that. Me out inside now, please. I can't. You're not going to be out here just barking at the wind. Right inside. Get in. Go. I just can't have that dog fucking just out there barking all fucking all live, right? I'll do my brain in just like it did yesterday while it was, you know, like I opened a package, man. The sound of me opening up the package, this dog was fucking going off, right? It drove me mental. Anyways, all right. So yeah, like there's you know, there's the main question that really, you know, Spirit would want you to ask here is, you know, is what do I need to do to overcome the challenges and the blockages that are creating this kind of karmic situation for me, right? Because, you know, until you kind of deal with that, even if you were to get into a relationship with this person, it's going to end up probably having problems, right? There's going to end up having problems, especially if we've got two people who are holding back from something they want, right? That suggests to me that two people have some healing they still really need to do. Otherwise, imagine two people unhealed who hold themselves back, who don't communicate, who don't allow their emotions to flow and to step into things, right? Imagine the kind of blockages and problems that are going to come up in the actual relationship should it have the ability to get to that place. All right. So, Spirit's like, yep, we know that you wanted to read about that, but we're going to give you a read completely different here. And we're going to look at what Spirit actually want to tell you instead, okay? Because that's what's going to be more beneficial for you. And seeing as you've paid money towards this channel, you might as well get benefit out of it. If you want to go ask that, I mean, there's plenty of other free channels where you can go ask that question, right? And get yourself a generic fucking poxy ass tarot message. But we do things a lot different around here, okay? We want to see people having real success, real growth, real love, okay? And really being able to step into that authentically in order to get that true fulfillment out of it, all right? That's what I'm aiming for up in here. So let's have a look. What does Spirit want you to really kind of focus on and look at right now that not only will help this situation, right, but other situations too, right? Because it's not just with again, it's not just gonna the holding back and the not stepping into from both sides, right? But again, you can't change the other side. You can only work through what you're doing. And look, I don't know whether a conversation has actually been had between the two of you. That's pretty much all you can kind of do on that end. If the other side doesn't want to step up and then it makes it hard. But the first step would obviously be, have you guys expressed it? Has somebody expressed it and spoken up and said something? I feel like XYZ, right? Have the conversation. And that's the other thing. If you can't have the conversation and we're unable to have that open communication, that's going to be another thing that's going to cause problems like moving forward. All right. So, all right, Spirit, what does Pepper Flake need to see? Ooh. Okay. So yeah, we've got a lack of confidence here. Yeah. And see, that's what it is, right? So somebody's lacking some sort of confidence here, okay? Not really taking lead of the situation. So if he's not able to take lead of the situation, is that the kind of man that you want in your life? At the end of the day, what makes a man, right? He's a leader, right? His ability to lead as a provider, a protector, right? But first and foremost, how to lead himself. So if he can't be a good leader and lead, as far as himself goes first, to even like meet you halfway to a conversation, and then, to move forward, then again, is that what you really want in a connection anyway? Okay. I mean, look, it's like... I can see it there with the Four of Wands, right? I can see both of you have that, both of you have that desire to come together like that, but there's a lack of confidence about coming together, okay? So, Spirit, yeah. It's like, potentially with the Four of Cups coming out here, there's potentially like some emotional things that you could be like holding on to, or both of you could be holding on to, that are going to create situations where you do miss wonderful opportunities and hold yourself back due to, again, lack of confidence, not feeling comfortable enough to be vulnerable, right? This is coming from, I'm getting like a lot of this is going to come from a place of fear, okay? Place of fear, right? Devil getting in your ear, okay? Placing fear and limitations as to what's possible, right? So, if people have got fear of loss, fear of abandonment, codependency issues, let me tell you, you're going to get yourself into a pretty shitty, toxic relationship. Doesn't matter who it is, right? It's going to end, or it's going to have a level of toxicity in it. So, the fears. So I'm getting, this could be something that's a little bit out of your control, right? A little bit out of your control, and something that you might need to eventually accept, okay? Because at the moment, yeah, nothing's growing, nothing's moving forward. There's a lack of growth there on that sort of level, okay? So there are, again, like I said, it's limitations, right? Fears, inability to be vulnerable, codependency issues, abandonment issues, right? We've got to really look at what is causing and creating those blockages. And for most people, it will be the shit that goes on in our head, right? And this is usually based off of past experiences. But the other thing is when you look at the current circumstances that you're both under, both of you being in a relationship or having feelings for each other that you're fighting, it's a level of like, there's a level of dishonesty within your current dynamics of where you're at, okay? That in itself is a level of toxicity and devil energy that is, currently kind of being ignored in the current commitments, right? So it's like, this energy could also be looked at with that King of Wands in reverse as being, a little bit, it's a little bit inappropriate to even be thinking, asking, or discussing this other person when you're in something currently. So I personally, Pepper Flake, in your shoes, if this was my dilemma, my scenario, I mean, with what I know now, and I'm thinking, like, with what I know now, if this was me back then, well, it never would have happened, right? Because I would never allow myself to get into a situation now where I put myself in a dynamic like that, because, it's a little bit of an injustice to, the other people that are involved in these dynamics, because nobody's being honest, right? And that's a problem. Okay, so it and I'm not surprised why this, why the Three of Cups in reverse comes out, because to a degree, when we're talking on a spiritual level, spiritually, right, like it's emotional cheating, right? It might not be actual physical cheating or a physical, but it's still dishonesty in the sense of, I have these strong desires to be with somebody else, but I'm just here instead, right? So my advice, right, because look at that, somebody's gonna get busted, right? Seven of Swords in reverse. It's gonna eventually come out, right? It's eventually all gonna come out. And that's the other thing. If you want to start this on as a healthy relationship, then two people have to be single to do it. Otherwise, we've got two slightly karmic people getting into a karmic relationship, and what it's going to do is set off a karmic cycle for you, where there's going to be all these lessons and things to learn that you probably I don't know how old you are, but I mean, I'm 40, man. At this age, I certainly do not want to have to go through those kind of karmic lessons anymore. All right. So, like with the Knight of Swords here, no being impulsive, and again, taking actions that are going to backfire or have karmic retribution. Because I mean, think about, and I just want to say it like this: it's not to make you feel guilty. I'm just trying to bring a level of awareness to you that hopefully will set you on a path of healing and elevation and learning and growing. But think about, if you were the person that you were seeing, how would that make you feel, right? Like, imagine the shoe on the other foot. How's that going to make you feel? So, with the Hanged One coming out here, like Spirit saying, it's really time to, kind of look at, because we've got a fishy cup here. We've got a Page of Cups in the reverse, right? This talks about, like, it's immaturity in emotions here, right? So I don't know, again, whether one of you, both of you potentially have, insecurities, self-worth issues. You could have abandonment issues, codependency issues, but any of those are going to create havoc in your life until they're healed. Okay. So, the Chariot talks about, like, willpower, like really taking control of the direction that you're headed in order to really move forward. And that's going to be what's more important here. Not about the vibe check between you guys, because the vibe check between you guys is no one's devoted. There's no devotion here. Okay. This isn't the kind of energy that I would tell anybody to get into or advise anybody to get into. There might be passion, there might be feelings, but to a degree here, there's also deception. There's self-deception. There's deception towards the other people involved in the situation. And there's also a lack of vulnerability, communication, and openness towards each other, which over long term is going to be a massive problem. You've got some lessons, Pepper Flake, that you need to learn. Okay, some major lessons. And look, I feel like, in the past you've probably gone through some betrayals and some shit yourself. You've probably experienced a lot of hurt and pain as well. But it's like, at what point do we decide to end that cycle and start doing things differently to truly get right? So it's like, you can't make plans to move forward when Queen of Cups in reverse, you're potentially, codependent, right? So, and I'm not saying, you are, but like, if If you're not completely invested with the person you're with, then why are you with them? Why would you be with them? What's the point? Is it just to be with somebody? Because if it's just to be with somebody, I mean, there's a lot of people on my channel here who've been single and celibate for more than just a hot minute. We won't engage with anybody, date anybody, casually sleep with anybody. We're open to meeting people, but if they're not the right people, we will disconnect instantaneously, right? Well, as soon as we see something that doesn't align, we're like, no, you're not, you're not for me, right? So we're open to getting to know people, but that's as far as it goes. When I get to know what I need to know, or I've seen what I need to see, and it's not for me, then it's done and dusted. So I'm gonna say there's some shit here that you're gonna have to look at, okay? Because either way, it doesn't matter how either one of you feel about each other. You form a relationship under these circumstances. I'm telling you, one way or another, there are going to be problems in this connection, okay? And you want to look at, what's going to be good for the long term, right? How do you invest for the long haul? And unfortunately, starting out with, oh, you're dating this person, I'm dating this person, but we want to be together, but we're fighting it. That's not a good start. It's not a good start. Dating a person who's just separated from a marriage, who's not even divorced yet, and that's never a good start. Creating a relationship off of being a third party or a side piece, not a good start. Not a good start at all. Not for true love, true depth. Not for any of that, right? And it's certainly not something that I would encourage. Again, I wouldn't encourage any of the people that I guide, that I coach, that I read for, to go down that path. Obviously, again, it's completely your choice, right? But it's with the sun here. It's time to really look at what's being highlighted here. Okay, and what's actually going to make for a positive experience. All right, let me get you one of my oracle cards to finish out your message. But look, it's again, Spirit aren't here to tell you off, but they are here to, through me, give you the truth. We don't sugarcoat shit up here and call it a fucking meal. We never do that. So again, it's we don't always get what we want out of certain situations, but up in here on my channel, you will get what you need from Spirit, okay? And that's because I can't ignore when Spirit are talking to me, telling me shit that, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I can't just give you what you want, because what you want is not what's good for you right now. You know what I mean? It's not what's good for you right now. And I think, just the fact that, you know that it's not the best, right? It's not, again, to shame you, to make you feel, it's just so that, work on that, right? Work on what it is that you can do so that this doesn't either continue or ever become a problem ever again, because you don't want to be dealing with that. You don't want to have to feel guilty or bad about your situation either. You want it to be beautiful. You want it to be a beautiful start, and there to be nothing to fucking, no more trauma, no more drama. So let's split the deck, right? The heart card, and straight underneath that, we've got new beginnings, all right? So it is time to heal some old wounds. So, wounds from the past. I don't know whether you got maybe even childhood trauma and things like that. I mean, take it from me. I had to work through all of those. I was codependent. I had abandonment issues. I used to rush into things. I was needy. I was all kinds of fucking, like that back in the day, right? Now you see my fucking cutoff game, my independence, right? I don't form attachments in the same way that I used to. I love freely and openly, but I don't form an attachment to. So people are more than welcome to come and go out of my life, and it has no impact on how I feel about myself or the rest of my world, right? So there could be some old wounds that need healing from as far back as childhood. Now, if the behaviors that are happening right now are stemmed to childhood trauma, go right back to the point of origin. Everything after the point of origin, you'll have healed that, if that makes sense, right? So if it's abandonment issues from childhood, deal with it and focus on it on that level, healing it on that level, because it will stop you from doing certain behaviors in your adult life that were caused from the childhood trauma, all right? And then, when you get to that stage where you have actually healed properly, Then start to learn to actually, and this card talks about also following your heart. Then you're ready to actually follow your heart, because you know at that point your heart is healed, right? It's a lot more full. You've given yourself the self-love that you need, and you're not loving from a half full cup, right? You're loving from a place of, I completely, wholeheartedly and fully love myself. Therefore, I can truly recognize what it is to be loved and to give love, right? But until we get to that point, it's never going to be like the magic that some other tarot readers might fucking blow smoke up your ass and fucking tell you it's going to be, right? And we don't do that up in here, right? Not even if you hadn't have donated, am I going to sugarcoat shit and give it to you as a fucking meal? I'm going to tell you straight up, okay? So, you know, think about what's happening here. How can we go about making some changes? Okay, so, you know, if you want a new beginning, right, then we've got to be open to change in order to have that new beginning, to have that sense of refreshment, renewal, okay? But you're going to have to be open to the changes, right? Be open to wanting to make changes and look at exactly what changes need to be made, right? What are your patterns when it comes to dating and relationships? Sorry, just one sec, because it's just like, give me one sec, guys. I'll be back one sec, because I can't. I know you guys probably can't hear it, but I can, and it's irritating me. I just can't. I can't. Like, I can't even leave doors open in this freaking house without that dog, right? My housemate's dog barking at the fucking wind. And it's so irritating because, like, you just frustrating as fuck, right? Wind is scary. Yeah, fucking, I know, apparently me opening up a cardboard packaging yesterday was fucking scary, right? I just can't. I can't deal with somebody else's pet who's fucking got high anxiety and a person not doing a fucking thing about it. Like, this dog's got way too much anxiety for, like, it's ridiculous. It hits its own tail on a piece of furniture and fucking goes off. Like, it's just ridiculous. And it's like, it's starting to ache in my soul, right? Like even my higher self gets irritated by it because it's trying to, again, I'm trying to connect in with my higher self and spirit, and all I can hear is this fucking dog constantly going off. Anyway, dog rant over. Snowflake, Pepperflake. I'm set like this, right? Spirit's like this. It's time to get real with yourself. You know, it's time to get real with yourself. If you want real love, we're gonna have to get real with ourselves and how to get it. But you're going to have to start somewhere. Like, you're going to have to start somewhere with this, because this is not, again, it's not going to matter how you guys feel or the vibes, right? Until things are done right and done in a proper way, this wouldn't move forward in a positive way anyway, all right? Well, I know cats are better, right? I fucking know cats are better. Why do you think I don't have a dog, DR, right? That's why. Because of that shit. You know, because of the fucking 5 canisters of my Dyson big ball vacuum cleaner being full every week when I have to vacuum up after a German Shepherd that's not mine, right? Like, I love animals, but I just, you know, if it's not mine, right, and I have to deal with, like, I don't want to have to deal with someone else's fucking shit in my own house, right? Like, in my own space. Maybe I should just downgrade house sizes, right? Fucking live in a little shoebox with just me and the kids, so I don't have to have a fucking housemate or dogs that freaking bark. Like, I'm talking about everything. My neighbors can't fucking come home without this dog fucking barking. I can't have anything open without the dog just 24/7 barking. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's to the point where it's actual fucking ridiculous, right? Like, ridiculous. And there's somebody doesn't bother dealing with it, so it's even more frustrating. You know, it's even more frustrating because there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing. Yeah, but that's fine. They're your dogs. You put up with them. That's your prerogative, right? Not my dog. No, I shouldn't have to put up with like 24/7 fucking incessant barking all day, every day in my own fucking home, right? Like, I shouldn't. You know what I mean? And like, somebody else should be more proactive in what they fucking do. If that were my dog, right, I would be far more fucking courteous, even though this is my fucking house. Like, this is my place, right? Totally independent, Virgo pet. But yeah, it's just, it's too much, man. It's too much because she's high anxiety, right? Because she's starting to go blind. So she's, you know, but go do something about the dog's anxiety because it's fucking off the charts, man. And I can't. It then sets me off. It sets my fucking anxiety off, right? And trust me, when I pop off more than the fucking dog does. And shit gets real out here, you know? Shit gets real. Pepper Flake, I do. I hope that I hope that fucking helps. I hope that helps you, right? I hope that helps. But, you know, come back, join in on the lives, listen to the other, I don't know what star sign you are. But you know, feel free to pop in and check out any of the other reads that we do, right, for guidance and advice. But, you know, try and not to be too hard on yourself either. Just try to be real with yourself. Pisces, beautiful. Love a bit of Pisces energy up in here, don't we, crew? But you know, just try to get that, you know, a bit more real with yourself. Not because of anything other than, you know, you want the best for yourself, right? And that's what I want to see for you guys, is that you guys going after what's actually best for you, and not just, you know, settling. We don't just do settling. We absolutely can have everything we want in this world, right? I mean, shit, if other people could manifest it, then we have the potential to as well. So let's try and get the best out here for ourselves. All right, Mingo by Lingo. All right, Mingo. Person's current feelings. Now let's go back up there. I just wanted to go over your actual question as you wrote it. Because what was your situation, right? Because there was a reason why I was like, oh, that's right. You want to know how somebody feels, right? You want to know how somebody feels. Now, was that a female? You want to know how a female feels about you? Is she a feminine? Are you a masculine? Is that what was this for? Again, you know, if sorry if I'm not being politically correct, people, right? Like, I'm old school, right? I don't understand, like, you know, just. Anyway, I might be a little bit ignorant, but like, yeah, whatever. So sorry if I ask questions, right, that aren't politically correct. Like, sorry, are you a man or a woman, right? Like, is it he, she, what? Like, I don't know. I can't be anyone other than who I am, guys. I'm sorry. And if it means I'm politically incorrect sometimes and sometimes offensive, well, fucking so be it. I still sleep at night, just, you know, fine and dandy. Call me a cunt, call me whatever you want. I've been called worse, but it is what it is. All right. So she's a feminine. You're a masculine. All right. So crew, OGs, homies, right? If Mingo out here is a masculine and he wants to know how feminine feels about him, what would we do up in here, right? Now, Mingo, that's the first problem, right? Is you're hell old school, two genders, yep. Yeah, it's, I'm not here to be offensive or mean. It's just, yeah, you know, like, to me, it's men, women, and we, you know, be gay if you want, I don't care, but all this other weird stuff is just too much for me personally. And look, we're all allowed to have our opinions, aren't we? But yeah, if that offends you, all good. It's just, that's my brain, your prerogative. I don't hate it. I just don't understand it, right? Anyway, this is where it's interesting, right? So now, being that you're old school, Mingo, what I'm gonna say to you is, are you behaving like an old school man, right? If you want to know how she feels, what would a person do? Ask, right? Have the conversation, have the courage to, you know. And the thing is that, and you're gonna go, yeah, but the reason why maybe you haven't, or if you haven't, could it be a fear of rejection or this or that, right? So it's simple, right? Things are actually like, you want this, you do X, Y, Z. That's how we navigate, right? There's a proper way of doing certain things. So if you want to know how she feels about you, ask her, right? Ask her how she feels about you. Laughlin, how are you, darling? That's what you got to do. You got to ask, right? Have a conversation. Are you the man? Lead, right? Lead. If this feminine is single, then put yourself out there, right? Get your big boy pants on, right? You put yourself out there and you ask, okay? There is nothing more appealing to a woman than a man that takes lead, okay? Because if she's over at home fucking thinking, right, like, oh, I just wish Mingo would call me up and fucking ask me on a date, but like he hasn't, what do you expect her to do? Do you want her to fucking chase you? And then you're going to complain when she makes all the decisions, decides what you fucking eat, what you wear, when you sleep, what you drink, right? And then all of a sudden I'm emasculated and I'm not a fucking man anymore who's in charge or taking lead. You get what I'm saying? So if you want to know how she feels, and this is wisdom that's been bestowed upon me from spirit, right? And from experience, is if you want to know, you ask, right? We're not that scary as women. Okay, but we're not out here to chase men. Okay, you want to be the leader, you want to be a big boss, you want to be boss fucking daddy. Let me tell you, boss daddy don't sit around waiting for fucking women to choose him, does he? He goes after what he wants. Okay, he's decisive and he takes actions towards the things that he wants. Now, if there's a reason why you can't do that, the more important question isn't how she feels about you, it's how can I build up the courage, or what do I need to shift or change or work on or heal in order to have the courage to lead and to step out and to go ask this woman out, or to ask her, hey, or to tell her, hey, I have these feelings for you, right? How do you feel? I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to embarrass yourself? Let me tell you, I've Googled this. You cannot die of embarrassment, right? Hands down, swear to whatever you believe in, right? You cannot die of embarrassment. So if that's the worst that could happen, big deal, right? What's the best that could happen? She reciprocates your feelings and you end up engaging in a relationship with this person and you know, having what you want. I mean, if not dying from embarrassment is the worst, right? Then what are you holding yourself back from? Okay, so women don't want to chase men these days. Let me tell you, we don't. She's a co-worker crush of yours, told her how you feel a while back, and she denied me. Well, I'm sorry to say, Mingo, right? All right, we'll read into it, but it sounds like to me if she's turned you down, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's what it is, right? Like, if you've then put yourself out there, and that's fine, right? Like, some people can't handle rejection. Some people don't understand it. Some people don't even recognize they're being rejected. Oh, so so she's playing games. Well, in that case, Mingo, let me tell you what's wrong with her. Let me tell you what's wrong with her. All right, let's look at what's actually wrong with her. Sounds like to me then from what you've done is you've done the right thing. You've stepped out. Psychic God, right? I just want to call you E, right? Easy E. How are you, homie? Listen, Mingo, if you've stepped out, you've approached her, you've told her how you feel, and she's fucking playing games, do you know what you do? Whoo, certainly don't fucking continue to allow it to, right? Don't feed into that fucking energy. Don't feed into that energy. Fuck around, find out, right? Like, I just, like, how old are you? How old is this woman? Fucking time for fucking games, man. Pull back, go. Man, like, this ain't fucking a game of Kiss Chasey at fucking primary school, right? Like, you're not in grade school, primary school, fucking Kiss Chasey, like, we're just like, oh, hee hee. Like, oh, no, I don't want you to touch me. And, like, come on, man. Too fucking grown for that shit, right? If people want to play games out here, right, it's simple. You want to go play games? Sweet. Go fucking play it down the road, right? We're not about playing, okay? And you shouldn't accept that. Look, man, it's deception, right? Seven of Swords. It's a deceptive energy, okay? It's sneaky. It's sneaky. It's creepy, right? It might be a little bit freaky, but it doesn't matter, right? It's sneaky. It's not truth, okay? Playing games with people like that's not a person you should invest in anyway. Unless you fucking, want to spend your whole life playing fucking a game of the Wheel of Fortune or some shit, right? And working out which fucking way life's spinning constantly. But like that, deception energy, games, now fuck that shit. Fuck her. Who cares? Go crush on somebody else, right? Spirit's like, go crush on somebody else. Because what's going to happen here is eventually, right, you're gonna get crushed. Right? Like you're like out there like, yeah, I'm just offering you like this beautiful cup of lovers, flowers, and a fucking rainbow coming out of it. And bitch be playing fucking games, man. Do you want a child who plays games, or do you want a woman who recognizes when a man is stepping up and leading himself, right, and taking lead, right? Like, do you know how many women in here would appreciate being approached by a fucking man? Instead of like constantly like fucking knowing intuitively how people feel and then like motherfuckers just be holding themselves back? Like, come on, man. Hi, Spirit's like, man, we just, we got a lot of work to do, humans, right? Us humans, humanity, got a lot to do, right? But it's like, this person, they're not a very traditional kind of person, right? So they're not. This isn't a traditional person. But this is also somebody who's avoiding change, right? Has a fear of things changing. Okay, they don't like change. They don't like things being different. They don't like feeling out of control here, right? This person is a fucking fool, man. Right? I'm sorry to say, but Spirit thinks this person, this energy, is a fucking fool. This is a foolish fucking person, because as a actual proper woman, a divine feminine, a healed fucking woman, right? You wouldn't play games like that with a fucking man. When you say you're not fucking interested, you're not interested, right? You want to keep it as friends, you keep it as fucking friends, man, right? But you don't sit there and reject a man and then fucking toy with him, right? What you are is a fucking cunt if you do that. And there's enough fucking damaged men out there. So if you are a feminine, right, and that, what I just said, bothers you because you do that, I'm sorry to say, but you're a fucking cunt, right? And we need less cuntish fucking women in this world harming fucking good men. You know why? Because there are some of us that are finally fucking healed that would like a good fucking man around. But so many are fucking broken from these fucked up bitches who want to fucking play games, right? You know why? Because she likes fucking validation, right? Mingo, she likes validation. She likes the attention. She's an attention whore. So if she's getting attention from you, what, you don't think she's out there fucking getting it from other people? I'm sorry to say, but you want to invest in the wrong kind of energy. Okay, and just like I said to Pepperflake, that's going to end in a fucking shit show anyway. So Spirit's like, who gives a fuck how she feels, right? Who gives a fuck how she feels? She feels like fucking playing games. That's what she feels like. How does that make you feel? That's what should be more important here. And why would you be attracted to somebody that could play games with you like that? Okay, because that's not mature love, is it? Maturity does not equal like, game playing when it comes to a relationship. It's like, I like you, you like me. Yes, I'd like to see where this goes, right? Like, we're fucking grown-ups, man. Like, and if we're not, then I'm telling you, there's going to be other childish bullshit, right? And a lack of growth, right? 3 of Wands in reverse. This doesn't have an ability to grow, right? There's no growth because this person doesn't grow, It made you feel horrible, yeah. It would, James. It fucking would, because it's like, it's a fucking piss take, right? It's a fucking piss take. I want to reject you now, I want your energy. Like, bitch, fucking please, sit down, shut the fuck up, right? Move out the fucking way and get in your own fucking lane, right? Get in your lane, which is going to require, like, fucking bumpers on the fucking lanes and, all these kind of safety features for your fucking childish behavior, right? Because someone like that's about to slip and fall, right? Like, this is somebody who's, again, sneaky. Right? The moon's here. This is somebody who does shit in the dark, right? Lives from a place of darkness, right? This isn't somebody that lives in the light, right? Because people who are living in the light, we don't play fucking games, right? We tell people, I don't want XYZ. Thank you very much. See you later. We don't then go, and start fucking flirting with motherfuckers. Like, that's pathetic, right? So what you're going to deal with is you're going to end up dealing with an insecure, I'm going to say it like this, right? The Spirit's like, please, man, I am. This is my show today, right? One of my other gods, like, yeah. This is a fucking attention-thirsty fucking slut. That's what the energy's coming off as. An attention-thirsty fucking whore, right? Attention whore. Like, just wants the attention, okay? Just wants to, again, it's just going to cause chaos, conflict, drama, right? And it's not going to fucking go anywhere. So I think your best advice here, right, is to focus on yourself, okay? Take the focus back onto yourself and look in a whole different direction, right? Because this isn't somebody that I would even, right, encourage you to fucking be with after gameplay. Don't fucking care, right? Path of virtue is here. Time to pick a path, right? And I don't think it's in the direction where you're thinking of going. I think it's, you know, in a completely different direction is where you should go. It's completely up to you, but I mean, are you a toy to be played with? That's the thing. And do you think she will respect you? If she can play with you now, is she going to respect you in the long term? Fuck no. I'm telling you, she's not. You allow yourself to become a doormat to a woman like... I used to be a woman like that. I will fucking walk all over you. Fucking oath I'll clean my fucking feet on you. If you're going to be my doormat, fucking oath I'm going to clean my fucking feet on you. Why wouldn't I? You've made it too fucking easy now, right? So you're dealing with a toxic fucking person, right? As I split the deck here, beta, reserve, pull back, right? This card's telling you to pull back. There's more to discover, okay? There's more options, more opportunities here to discover. Be practical, right? That love, right? Unconditional love under that. That love's not unconditional. It comes with conditions of how she fucking feels when she feels it. Man, fuck that shit. You know what we doing? I'll be going and getting somebody fucking you and being like, every time she wants to come back for you, then be like, bitch, fuck you, right? Fuck you. I'm not here for fucking games, right? This ain't Major League fucking baseball. This ain't the fucking NBA, right? And ain't everybody getting no fucking slam dunks and shit. So why are we dealing with that? Why are we dealing with that, right? You've got to value yourself. You've got to hold yourself to a level of fucking value here that, you know, doesn't make you stoop down to fucking thirsty attention fucking whores fucking levels. And look, I'm sorry to fucking call it that and call it like that, but I got to call it how I see it. I got to, not how I see it. Spirit's like, no, how it is, right? It is how it is. We can't sugarcoat the shit. Unless you like sugar-coated shit for fucking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I'll give it to you. But no, you need to put your focus into something else, somebody else, okay? Because that energy is not worthy of somebody who's actually going to step up, right, and be like, hey, you know, I kind of like you, you know, like that's no. There's somebody else that deserves that. That's gonna go, oh my god, wow, like I can't, you know. If I had $1 every time I knew a man had something for me and didn't fucking approach me, oh man, you forget it, right? I'd be loaded, right? That shit's annoying to those of us women who have a lot of our own self-confidence that don't need validation, right? It's like offensive to women like us because it's like, what makes me so scary, right? Why can bitches who want to fucking play games because they're insecure get men, right? But those of us women who are fucking confident struggle to get men to approach us because that's so scary. She's like, you know, not codependent and shit, right? Oh, anyway, that's what Spirit have got for you. Okay, think about it. Are you worth being played with? Are you a toy? Or do you deserve better? Because if you do deserve better, then you should go out and get better. Okay? And there is better. Trust me, there is better out there. You just got to look for it. You just got to look for it, right? Don't get all up in your head, right? And be like, all right, no. Right? Go look for it. All right. Thank you guys both for those donations. I hope you guys liked your reads, right? Again, not always what you want up in here. It's what you need. All right. Lena. General for January. All right, we're going to get through these now pretty quickly. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time. We do these enough. You guys can, you know, always pop back in and get further reads, right? Let's just do a quick little brief little overview, right? January. And then, you know, if you've got more questions that you want to ask about your question, right, you guys can ask it in the next live. You know what you should use, Diartho, if you wanted to? A little bit of Palo Santo oil, right? Like a little bit of Palo oil. It's like masculine, it's sweet, it's fucking oof, right? That's the shit. The smell of Palo Santo. Random, how are ya? Me and my squinting and like leaning towards my computer. I swear I will get a monitor soon. I'm just waiting for Christmas like this shit to pass. I'm not going out to the shops if I don't have to, right? I don't have to. All right, Lena, general for January, give us current theme. Okay. I don't know who this King of Wands is, Lena, in your energy, right? But we've got a King of Wands in the reverse. We've got a Queen of Cups in the upright. Four of Swords in the reverse came out after the King of Wands. The Seven of Wands came out before. Gravity is slam. Oh, I thought. See, I'm not even around. I'm like, gravity is slamming too. I'm like, gravity does pull you down. See, I can't read because I don't have my glasses. I refuse to go get them either. Anyway, we're just going to keep squinting and fucking reading wrong words because why not? But so it looks like here, it looks like we've got a Queen of Cups energy here. You know, just sitting fucking, just, you know, just sitting here with our lovely glass of vino, right? What is with a couple of these decks, man? We've always got the Queen of Cups fucking drinking, man, right? Why Mama Bear always got to be out here with a fucking drink, right? That's how she copes, right? 1:22 on the clock. That's how she copes, right? A glass of fucking wine. But it looks like somebody here is going to be needing to like protect their peace, right? So I don't know who the Queen of Cups is. This could be you. It could be somebody that you're dealing with, but I get more so that it's probably your energy. Unless you're the fucking, you're definitely not the King of Wands in reverse, but it looks like somebody here who, they could be getting a little bit restless about something, right? Or there could be some sort of restless energy in somebody where, somebody just starts acting out a little bit, it's just a little bit acting out here, that you're potentially going to need to protect your peace, right? And protect your cup as well, Lena, all right? I'm going to get you a couple of oracle cards as well. Okay, so the major theme for you for January, right, is going to be protecting your peace here from shit that just So you're going to be having to protect some sort of new beginning here, right? Or again, new fresh energy of next year, right? From any kind of, people that want to bring, their insecure bullshit around you, their fucking aggressive attitude, right? Their controlling behaviors. So I don't know if there's somebody here which you're getting tired of their controlling ways, right? Now this could be masculine, feminine, doesn't matter who, right? It's just the energy that I'm getting. So it's somebody who's trying to like too much control, right? Somebody wants too much control. Oh, yeah, something here that needs to be purged, let go of, let out, right? I can't wait until I'm finally set up with all of that too as well. That's what I mean, man. Cappy season's going to be so busy for me. I've got so many things I need to launch and do. Plus it's school holidays with these kids, right? So I have to be freaking superwoman and get through what I need to. Happiness, right? You are here to rewrite. You are here to help rewrite the narrative, change the status quo. So yeah, I feel like you're going to be very much trying to protect your happiness and pour a lot more into yourself, or you're going to need to pour a lot more into yourself and protect your peace and your happiness. Okay, in order for things next year, or for that first month of next year to be in a good, nice, light energy. So yeah, just be mindful of anyone who's sort of coming in trying to stir up some drama, right? You're gonna have to, like I said, maintain your boundaries if you also want to maintain like your emotional balance here too. Okay, so protect yourself is basically like emotionally protect yourself is the message that I've got for you, Lena. All right, Denise, weekly. Week ahead, weekly. There's something here. It's funny. There's something here that you need to be doing weekly when it comes to your spiritual practices. Okay. So I don't know if you're. I'm getting you're not dedicating yourself enough to your cleansing practices, your protection practices. Okay. You need to start making it a weekly, if not daily, habit, at least on a weekly basis though. Doing a big reset, an energetic reset, right? Mirrors, salts around your bedrooms, personal, right? All of it, right? At least on a weekly basis. So something there about, like I said, weekly, right? You need to at least start doing it on a weekly, Denise. Okay. All right. We've got Seven of Cups in reverse, so it looks like there's going to be I want to say like an intuitive decision that or a decision that comes from your higher self, with the Two of Swords there. It's not a conscious decision, or it's a decision from the higher self to kind of disconnect or disengage from certain energy. I want to say certain energies. Okay. It's like higher self is, I'm going to say it to you like this. I love you, Denise, right? I love you, but your mental state is what's creating, like your higher self wants to disconnect from certain energies off of certain timelines to remove certain problems, but your mental, your brain, right, by default is doing something that's actually keeping you stuck there, right? That's what spirit's showing me. They're showing me like this link between everything, like this whole like visual thing. The way that your brain has been programmed to work, and the way that it's worked for so long because of the XYZs, right? And you know which XYZs I'm talking about. It's actually stopping you from being able to, it's stopping your higher self from being able to like pull the plug out on something. And so sorry, can I just for a minute, sorry, can you go, what did I say earlier today, right? When it was Mingo, when Mingo came in and were like, oh, do you take donations and fucking super chats? Like, you'd have to be pretty stupid not to take donations and super chats. Holy shit, dude. Stop. It's too much. No, it's never enough. No, it's too much. No, it's never enough, right? Where do you sit happily in the middle of that, right? I know, right? Fucking holy fucking shit. Oh, we know what she invests all her money back into, right? I invested all back into everything that I'm creating here, right? Which is to helping to further invest into you guys, right? To my collective. So, you guys can probably, start to eventually just thank Laughlin, right, for the fact that I've got so much available for you guys to help you guys, right? Because that is honestly what, that's what makes me be able to be here, right? The projects that I'm able to facilitate to, again, further stimulate my income and to further grow my income, so I don't eventually have to go back to a regular fucking job where I'm not accessible for you guys to help you guys. So thank you so fucking much, Laughlin. You are fucking amazing, dude. All right, Denise, but your head, right? Your head is playing games and your higher self wants you to disconnect, all right? Your higher self wants you to disconnect. So do a bit more cleansing here, right? Again, spirit are really trying to, again, the higher self is trying to get you to, well, I hope the shit I prattle out if I can help people. It's helped you, Some people, again, like have that ability to, be able to offer things. I'm sure Larson's the kind of person who understands, right? Like the abundance and the paying things forward, right? It goes circular, right? It doesn't always go like that, but it's, and I'm the same, like I like to invest in people that I can see are, like investing in others or helping others or making a difference. So I do appreciate it, though. I really fucking do from the bottom of my heart. You're out of control, Denise, though, right? Time to get a grip, though, baby, right? So you need to gain a little bit more control over your brain, all right? So I'm gonna message you after the Denise. I'll give you a few dot points of what might be helpful, right? And just start implementing some more cleansing practices and grounding practices, right? Because it's like at the moment we're just, and it's we're not tapping into all the resources and the things that we should in order to get ourselves to a better energy. So the week ahead you're going to need to focus on keeping out of your head in particular, not just for the spiritual reasons, the higher self reasons. There's 3D reasons that are going to come up. If you know, I know, right? I love talking to you like this, Denise. It's like people are like, what the fuck is she talking about? Some of you guys, like we know each other on certain levels where I can say certain things and you guys can pick up on the telepathy too, what I'm thinking. So, you guys can often pick up on the messages too. But I'll send you, a couple of dot point ideas on what's going to help this week for you, Denise. All right, my beautiful. Banana. I know you do. I know. Like half the time we don't even need to speak for months. And we're like, I know how you've been. I love you. I love you. You do you, boo. I got me. It's funny how certain people, like, you can have that kind of dynamic, and then there's others of you. I can't go a fucking day without speaking to you, right? I can't. The world would fall apart if I didn't speak to some of you guys daily. All right, banana. Advice for next year in relation to growth. All right. Let's go. Let's go, banana. Let's go. I don't know why the fuck I did that, right? Cheer squad, right? So I don't know, banana, that could be significant, right? That are you being your own cheerleader, all right? Are you actually cheering yourself on? Are you? I want to get into, like, how are we talking to ourselves? How are you talking to yourself right now? Okay, how have you been speaking to yourself recently? That could be, I don't know, is there any relevance or significance to why I need to say that to you? But have you been your biggest cheerleader, your biggest fan, your number one, right? Have you? Because let me tell you, no one else is going to be a bigger fan than you or bigger anything of you than you, right? Because you are the one who, treats you and makes the decisions for you the way that you do, based off of how you feel about yourself, how you treat yourself, how you are with yourself. You haven't? So hang on, you haven't what? You haven't been talking to yourself nicely? Or you've been talking dirty to yourself? I don't mind if you dirty talk yourself, that's fine, right? It's your prerogative, right? But have you not been speaking nice to yourself? Just waiting for double clarification, because I ask a million questions and then I get a yes or no answer and I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling okay. Right. So that's what it is, right? That's and again, there's always reasons why I do certain things and then ask certain questions, right? Because what did we ask? We asked advice on next year and for your growth, right? That's going to slow down a lot of growth, babe, right? Not believing in yourself, not speaking well to yourself. So again, that's going to impact self-worth. The choices you make for yourself, what you accept, being able to receive. Okay, if you don't feel worthy, you don't talk nice to yourself, you don't treat yourself well, what do you usually get? The fucking, the short end of the fucking stick. You not get it. You give yourself the raw end of the stick. You either take the raw end of the stick or you choose to allow the raw end of the stick to be given to you as enough. All right. So there's definitely going to be, some cycles here that we still haven't completed, right? There are still some cycles here that haven't been completed, and it's okay because we're going to get there, right? But we need to be proactive here. It's going to need to be it's like, I don't know, you're chatting shit out here. You're like, don't be so hard on yourself, man. Like, there's enough people that like will be bitchy towards you anyway, right? You need to be a bitch to yourself. No, you don't talk shit to yourself. Okay, we don't shit talk ourselves like that. I mean, I still slip up from time to time and be like, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm sarcastically rolling my eyes at the same time at it. I don't really believe it, but maybe there's like a 0.01% of me that, goes, it could be true, right? But we don't want to fucking talk shit to ourselves, right? I don't need to call myself a fuckwit. There's enough people fucking that don't like me that call me that every day. Get what I'm saying, right? Like, I don't need to talk myself down. Why do you think I'm always up here talking myself up? Not just because I'm a wanker from time to time, but because, right, like, you got to almost train your shadow side, your ego side into fucking thinking that you are the shit, right? Because if you don't think you're the shit, you're never going to give yourself the good shit, right? You're only ever going to give yourself shit. That's what it is. So, it's time to free yourself, right? Free yourself from, the shit that your head tells you, like the shit talking. Because it does. It's what makes you feel like there's no hope, right? Like, there's no hope for me. I'm hopeless at this. I'm that, right? That when you talk bad to yourself like that and you don't believe in yourself, then you don't think you're worthy. It all links in and rolls into all these other fucking problems that affect every single area of our life to a degree, right? So not feeling, like I said before, not feeling worthy, could fuck up, if you're a business owner, the way that you price your things, the jobs that you take, and allow yourself to get undercut and underpaid. Like, it impacts fucking so much that when you finally change it, you really see it, right? You might not notice it on a small level.
The thing beeped.
It beeped? All right, all good. Thank you, baby. It's finished now. It's finished cooking now. I've been cooking bolognese on the stove, on the slow cook. I've been slow cooking it since like 7:30 this morning. It's just finally done. Anyway, I'm all organized today. It's not even 1:30 p.m. It's just after 1:30 p.m. and I'm like, I've got dinner covered. I've got, right, like she's really taking Cappy season seriously at the moment, right? Getting fucking structured. But if you're talking shit to yourself and not treating yourself kindly, then you won't know how the fuck to accept kindness and people treating you right when it's right in front of you. You'll be awkward. You'll still feel unworthy, right? Like you won't be able to take it. Of course I can fucking cook. I'm Greek. What do you mean? Greek women are raised, we're not braised, right? Although braised meat is really nice. We're raised to cook, clean, and make babies. What are you talking about? I shouldn't be doing anything else other than cooking, cleaning, and making babies. Anything outside the scope of that, and like, you know, we've gone off the rails, DR. It's one of the first things I learned how to do was cook. And wet wipe skirting boards, of course. But you know, it creates a disharmony within oneself, right? Between what we tell ourselves we are and what we want, right? And that's what creates a lot of limitations and blockages for our manifestations. Because if you don't believe you're worth it, then why would the universe give it to you? How do we know that you're going to know what to do with it, or you're going to take the opportunity? If you don't believe you're worthy of an opportunity, why would you take it? Okay. So it's time to look at that. Okay, time to look at why are we talking to ourselves like that. So again, you know, I always make this subliminals, positive affirmations, like different frequency music, things like that, right? But you're gonna have to be proactive and consistent at whatever process you do to overcome those things. You have to be consistent at it until it's integrated. Once it's integrated, you'll recognize it, and then you can move on to whatever else. But it's the way you speak to yourself, right? Is what's going to be the one thing that you need to focus on. Hope that helps, babe. Hope that helps, all right? But all right, Milo, are you still here, Milo? Milo, Spirit's gonna give you a backhander if you are still here. No, they're not. Not if you're just still here, right? They're gonna give you a backhander anyway, Milo, because of what you've asked, right? Of what you've asked. But mic check 1 2 no. Paging Milo. You're being paged to the front desk, right? Oh. Right. The whole, okay, so a couple, bear with me, right? Because again, you know, like I'm trying to be more tactful these days. I know it doesn't seem like it, right? I know it might not seem like it to people that I'm trying to be fucking tactful, but I swear to you guys, I fucking am, right? I am as tactful as I can for who I am, right? Like you know, sometimes we all need a bit of a kick up the fucking bum, right? With a little bit of humor and sarcasm and all the rest of it. But you know, you guys, if you don't know by now that I fucking say it with love, then you'll never fucking know, right? I don't know how else to tell you guys that I fucking love you guys, and it's the only reason why sometimes I get a little bit sassy on you motherfuckers, right? But Marlo, stop fucking asking for confirmations on the same fucking thing, right? That level of self-fucking doubt, right, is going to block you from a lot of fucking things, including receiving clear and true downloads from spirit, right? That constant need to validate that choice that you've made is the right one. You've made the fucking choice. It's been validated once, maybe even twice already by spirit. No more, right? No more. Make the fucking move, do it. That's it. There is no more needing confirmations, right? Stop having to reconfirm, reaffirm, and then reconfirm and reaffirm the same shit over and over, right? When you get your answer once from spirit, accept that and then hold that faith, right? But if we can't hold faith and we don't trust in the messages, in the way things feel, in the direction that we're going, then we're probably a lot further back in our spiritual journeys and our gifts than what we think we are, right? Do you think if I was still sitting here fucking doubting what I'm doing, I'd be here, or I'd have the fucking right to sit here being here? No. Right? So don't keep questioning what you know to be, right? What feels, right? What you know in truth within you to be what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, you're just you're allowing your fears and your doubts, right? Insecurities and potentially the idea of, or the memories, right, of the past of making mistakes creep into your world and put you in a place of self-doubt. Like, it's, what are you worried about? What are you worried about? Guys, everything. We make way too big a fucking deal about everything, right? It's a fucking journey, right? It's a fucking journey. It's a journey, right? And in the end, none of it even fucking matters, right? It doesn't. Like, don't take everything so seriously, so hard. Like, okay, we go here and it's not right. Sweet. We make a choice to go over here then. It's not so heavy. But it's all a part of the journey, isn't it? Right? So does it matter if we went over there and but when you've already gotten clarification and confirmation, right? We don't keep asking it, right? Yep, but we know that. Well, then, but that's a choice too. That's a choice. That's not okay. Spirit just told me to have patience because the way that I deal with things is obviously very different, but then I have a deeper understanding of these things, right? But I've got to just think about how to word this for you, okay? Because to me, I lose my patience with shit like this. I'll say it like this, right? If the whole, like leaving, yes, I mean, Milo, we live in an age of technology, right? You can always talk to these people. Like there are so many ways of connecting, okay? It's not permanent, right? Unless you're going there to die, right? It's not permanent. People can come visit you. You can go visit people. But if the attachment to people, places, and things are going to hold you back, then you're not going to have growth in multiple areas again, right? It might make you sad, but just because it makes you sad, does it mean now that it's not the right decision? It's challenging, fuck yes. But usually leveling up and growth brings fucking challenges and things that are uncomfortable, dude, right? 144 on my clock right now. If you know, you know. And trust me, I know. I know. I know. Because I've been down these paths. I've walked this path. I've walked the path. That's why I'm sitting here teaching you guys, right? So sadness is not an indication. Sadness is an emotion. That's not your intuition. That's not your higher self. That's not spirit. That's your emotions because of your head, right? That's because of this connection here, right? So it makes you sad. That's fine. But because something makes you, hey, it makes me sad that my kids don't have two-parent household here. Does that mean I should go getting back together with my ex-husband? Do you see what I'm saying, Milo? Right? Sadness is not an excuse to question spirit and the guidance and where we've been guided towards going. It's simply a thing to work through, and there's processes to work through those emotions, right? Hey, telling yourself, first of all, ain't nobody fucking dying that you need to be sad. You're never gonna, you still can call and communicate, and there are still options, right? And if you don't want to, then don't go. Then don't go. You've got free fucking will, dude, right? Just like I do. Spirit can tell me to walk the path. Do I fucking have to? No. And even fucking spirit know that, man, right? So out of respect for like both me and spirit, don't ask questions like that again, right? When you've already gotten the confirmation from spirit, right? You made the decision, you asked that question. I think it was the first time you came in here and spirit were like, it came through. I channeled so much in that first reading for you, right? Don't let your fucking emotions be the reason why. You know what I mean? You take a backwards fucking step, man, right? We've all done too much work in this fucking space to be allowing sadness, right? like I said, it makes me fucking sad that my kids live in a broken fucking home, man. Because I wasn't raised like that. I didn't grow up like that. But is my sadness for fucking this? That's not enough, man. Are you crazy? Sadness is it's just an emotion that we can process, will pass, you know. And like I said, nobody dying. Nobody's out there dying, Milo, right? Be sad when that happens, maybe even then not, right? Because when you're spiritual and you're that tapped in, you understand that nothing ever ends, you know, and nothing is ever ours to keep, you know. And the easier you can let go of, you know, like, and not be so attached to places and people, and man, you really start to like live freely, right? And then you really start to enjoy those experiences. That's really living, man. When nothing can take a hold of you enough to hold you back, that's when you're truly free, right? That's when you're truly free. You know, if it weren't for my kids, man, I there would be no place, right, that I would ever be able to call home. This entire fucking planet would be my home, and I would just anywhere, man. It doesn't matter, right? Home is where the heart is, right, and the heart's within you. So it doesn't matter. It's what you make of these, you know, these places and these spaces that you enter. Okay, but at the end of the day, this is just 3D shit, man. It's all just 3D shit, you know. Don't let your emotions again get the better of you, right? Don't and again, that's also then making you question your abilities, right? Your connection to spirit. Like if I could not sit here and channel and do what I do as a psychic medium, right? If I doubted my gifts, could I? Because if I was, you know, emotional about something, like if I questioned whether I should still be with my ex-husband, I'm telling you, I would not be fucking qualified to be up here on this platform doing what I fucking do for you guys, right? No fucking way. Because if I can question that, that's I should know, man. I should fucking know, right? I should know, and I need to trust that. And if I don't trust that, well then, I still got some lessons to learn, all right, darling. So just when your head gets like that, just, you know, remember, try to think logically. No one's dying, but like, you know, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, of course it's sad. It's always sad, right? It's always sad. But there's also, you know, good memories and things, obviously, that you've got to take with you. If it's sad to leave them, then there's obviously some great memories, right? Take that energy with you instead, right? That's all you need to take with you, not the sadness, right? Because you're going on a new journey. Get excited about what's up ahead, right? You were excited. I hope you are still excited. I get it. It's like, you know, but this is, you know, natural. This is the way of life, bubs, right? The way life just fucking goes, you know? It's a refusal to ever fully reflect and constantly flip scripts that gets me. How's that? That's nice, Shauna. No. Good for you, Shauna. No. Look, I think we all go through times where we've refused to reflect back on, you know, on shit, and I think we've all been guilty of everything, you know. Yeah, it definitely is, right? It definitely is. But you'll get there. It's just remember, like, you're doing this for good reasons, right? And like I said, the fact that nobody's dying, we've still got airplanes, we still have technology, right? Like, baby, we're all good. I mean, you think about it. 99% of the people I love don't live even in a fucking driving vicinity of me, right? Like, and I'm all good, right? We love each other all from afar, right? But thank fuck for technology, you know? Like half my family, right? My soul family. You guys live on the other side of the fucking world, right? But it is what it is. Hope that helps you though, right? Just notice when it is the emotions, right? Just be like, oh, get it in check, right? It is. It's going to be happy emotions, sad emotions. It's going to be up and down. It's going to be up and down. But well, that's it. And I mean, I don't know, how much of Lena do you want in your face every day anyway? I'm joking. Love you, Lena. But like, seriously, right? Like, you know, but you know, there's always duality here because you're going towards something that's great. You're leaving something great behind. I get it, right? I get it. Just don't let your emotions make you constantly question the decisions that you've already made, solidified, have worked towards, that you can see you've already leveled up from, right? Let's not go backwards. Let's just remember to go, you know what? I'm feeling this way because of XYZ, right? That's it. Once is good. That's all we need. Just once a year, once every 2 years, once every 5 years, Lena. No, not more, any more often than that. Thank you. All right, DR. All right, DR is going to be the last one. It's 1:44 on the timer over here. DR. What are you talking about? What's talking too much, right? Talking. If I don't talk while I'm actually like after I've passed, then I've only just talked enough. Okay, that's my personal opinion. You know, I worked really hard for every one of those report cards from the day that I started school up until the end for every one of my teachers to say, if Kerry talked less and focused more, she would get better grades. Well, hey, guess what, fucking teachers? Guess you guys didn't know that I'd be spending hours on ends every day, every week fucking talking, huh? Turns out I was doing exactly what I needed to. Just learning to fucking speak shit all the time. Right? Huh, beat the system. That's how you beat the school system. Oh shit. That's how you beat it. Alright, DR, let's have a look. How things going for you on your DR, what is that? Spirit just said brownie points, right? Is what I heard. Brownie points? Brownie point? You just want to check in on what your brownie points with Spirit are. You're a very good boy, Virgo. Virgo, good, doing good. Very happy. Now let's get some cards for you. Let's have a little look, see what's going on here. Look, DR, the thing is that there are spiritual wisdom and concepts embedded within you that unfortunately right this minute you are unable to practice. Fun. Questionable if I was fun, right? I wouldn't have been considered like one of the popular girls or fun girls, so to speak. I mean, look, I spent most of my primary school years getting bullied, so by high school, I had a pretty big chip on my shoulder. I was that kind of like if you don't fucking harass me, bully me, or like set me off and trigger me, then like I'll be reasonable to you. Otherwise, you're gonna notice the fucking chip on my shoulder, right, and be scared of me, right? So I had to have a very heavy defense mechanism because I'd been bullied so much in primary school. I used to walk around and basically fucking scare people that I was gonna beat them up, right? And I didn't beat them up. I probably should have. I probably fucking should have. Would have stopped some people from fucking bullying me and teasing me, right? But, yeah. Fun. More just like didn't want to be there, right? Because again, like school was a very traumatic fucking experience for me. Hated it. So I couldn't focus, right? I couldn't focus because like it was messing with my emotions, my mental health, all that sort of shit. But, look, I managed to not get myself expelled ever. All right, let's have a look though. Oh, I put the U in fun. No. I don't want to cuss out. Oh, hang on, I gotta put the phone on. I don't want to cuss out. I don't want to cuss anybody out right now, but... Uh-oh. Oh, great. Hold up before my phone dies, right? Crap. I don't want to start cussing out anybody that shouldn't DR, but I'll have to cuss her out because she's coming up in your fucking energy and it's fucking putrid. It's fucking putrid. You know who she is when I say she'd, right? I don't need to go further into that, right? I don't know why I always do that. It's just like, please hold while we fix that. Aware of, like, again, just the deception, the fucking trickery, the sneaking around, right, that a certain somebody is playing at, right? So just be careful as well that, she's not trying to, or you're not being manipulated in any way, shape, or form. Now, the other thing is, if we're talking about on that aspect, dear, I gotta talk to you after. I'll send you a message on Insta. I'll go deeper into that. But yeah, it's so it's like it, it's trying to get the energy's trying to get you to have to like really fucking like be juggling shit and feel like you're not having success there. Okay. But as far as your actual spiritual path, like there's nothing wrong with your spiritual path, right? I always get when we tap into like that kind of energy, dear, like I always get a very clear, you have a very clear understanding and a such an openness to spirit that things will always just naturally and beautifully flow towards you. It's just unfortunately under your current 3D circumstances, it makes it very hard to really kind of dive into that. You know what I mean? Because of, again, there's a lot going on there, right? So oi, oi, oi. Isn't that how always what works? Isn't that how what works? I'm like, I don't even know what I said anymore to know how anything works. Sometimes like, fucking, I don't know how to put up with myself some days, right? I swear, in order to live with me, you're gonna have to really fucking love me, right? But there's this immature fucking person, right? This immature fucking energy, that is, um, you're under the fucking microscope, buddy, right? You're under the microscope, okay? But that's the energy that's being projected at you. Like I said, though, as far as you actual on that spiritual side, you know, not only do I fucking love you, DR, spirit fucking loves you, man, right? Like again, you've got an open mind, okay? You're open, you're warm, you're willing, right? You're willing to look at the thing, right? Like spirit, you're all good, man. You and spirit are on a level, right? Like you're all good. It's for you, it's literally about like getting through this process, right? It's a process now. It's just navigating the process to get out of that so that you can then really step into that that spiritual wisdom that you already have, you know? Been hard to lock in meditation. Yeah, because of there's a lot of that energy that's around you that's again trying to manipulate the energy to to impact the way that you balance things out, the way that you're able to balance yourself out, which would be including for a lot of people to balance them out, meditation. So the only other thing I can suggest then is um, um, if you can get away for a day or so every now and again, you know, try something like that. But I know it's hard. It's just your circumstances right now just don't allow for a lot of solutions because you're in it, right? Like you're in the thick of all the shit, right? But you'll get there, you know, you'll get there. Just don't be hard on yourself, right? Or don't feel like you're disappointing spirit in any way, shape, or form, right? Anything super important, you know, you're gonna spirit are gonna tap in either way. They're not gonna leave you hanging, right? And like not allow you to receive information they want. They'll find some sort of way of getting it to you if you can't get it through meditation. All right. But don't be so hard on yourself right now. Okay. So I'm gonna say it like this, dude. Like she got a fucking hard on, like a hard on, right? Like an actual fucking hard on when it comes to fucking seeing you like financially suffer, right? Like if this energy were a dick, it would be the hardest dick you've ever seen in your life. That's how hard she wants to go at fucking putting you in this energy, man. Like, whoo wee. And I don't think she's gonna be willing to fucking let up or ease up on that anytime fucking soon, right? Anytime soon, right? Nope. But like I said, spirit got you, man. You know, like they got you. They're gonna help to keep you balanced, things in balance, right? You're not gonna miss any information or downloads, so don't stress about that. You can't miss what's for you anyway, right? Not even from the circumstances or disruptions or any of that. What's putrid? I say the word putrid a lot. Another truck auction. I wonder if I can make any more predictions on numbers and trucks and colors. But yeah, it would probably be good, Dia, if short story bedtime readings. Yeah, Dia, you know, it's the information's going to come to you. It's just your circumstances right now, dude, are just they're hard, right? But if you can get a bit of a break, get away. I know, what was it? They went away, right? At least you had the household to yourself. Not financial stuff. No, fuck no. Like, fuck. I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, if I just want to say, bitch, if bitch had the ability to fucking create it herself, man, she wouldn't need to fucking take it from you. But you created it. You created it, which means you'll fucking create it again and again and again and again, right? Like, she can, like, man, life can knock you down to your fucking plenty of times, man. I'm telling you, you'll get back up, right? But it's, you know, it won't be until you really get out of the thick of all of that energy that you're currently in and like these things have been sorted out where you're going to start to really get that peace, man. Like, unfortunately, you know, like I've been there, I've been in your shoes, I've been down that, you know, it gets hard, right? Like, it gets hard to stay spiritually tapped in and not, you know, because you're dealing with the emotional shit. You've got actual things that you need to action, and then you've got all of that going on. So it's a lot, right? It's a lot. So don't be hard on yourself. Okay, don't worry that you're gonna miss out on anything or miss any messages, right? You're doing great. You're doing better than most people would under your circumstances because you're not freaking out, you're not losing it, right? You've learned to flip your mindset so quickly in how you're viewing this situation. I've seen it with my own eyes, right? I've seen you go from feeling like, you know, like just your fear and your panic of what you're going to be left with. So hang on a minute, I fucking created this. I can do it again, right? I've seen the flip, dude. I haven't seen people flip their energy like that as quickly as I did, right? As quickly, blah, 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 as quickly as you have, right? I've never seen anyone else like. So you're already so far ahead of your healing game, your spiritual game than what you can even imagine right now. Okay, because I certainly wasn't able to look at my circumstances the way that you had so quickly, right? So you're doing great. Okay, you're doing great. Who earned what? Your children have earned theirs. Who earned what, Shauna? What are you talking about, Shauna? Hey? Your teen's new car? Good. That's good. That's good. I know. Look, my you know, my son thinks he grows on trees. My daughter's waiting for mum to die so she can take all of my stuff. No, no, they should. They should be, you know, like we should teach our kids how to work for those things. I mean, what, we don't have to work for stuff, you know? I know, it is good. It is good. They feel they're less entitled. They're more grateful. They look after their shit more when they have to fork out for it. When they have to work for it, they do. They learn to look after stuff so much better. You understood that? Well, I don't understand English apparently today, Laughlin. Oh, she lost her fucking marbles once again. It's only Monday. It's only Monday she's lost her marbles. All right, like, oh God, how many more days? We're only going to get through. I'm going to get through 3 more days before we've got that ghastly freaking Christmas Day drama, and then, you know, finally we go back to normality. Of course, we've got that, you know, January 31st big deal, right? Here, New Year's, right? Except New Year's don't start till, you know, the first of the year is the 1st of April, baby. April Fools, right? Fool's journey, the start of the astrological year. Now, I'm not excited about January 31st and the 1st. I'm excited about, do you know what I mean? Freaking the crossing over from Pisces into Aries season, right? That's the start of the year for us out here in Spirit Land. But I still never found you. Still never found your what, Shauna? Your marbles? Oh, mate, once you lose them, fucking who cares, right? Let them roll around, right? That's what they're there for. They're there to just roll around, you know? We don't need them. I'm sure you can go get a whole new bag of them anyway, right? Get a new bag of marbles. Get a new bag of marbles. All right, my beautifuls, we're going to jump off now. Fucking love you guys so much. For those of you that have been new here, again, welcome. Hope you enjoyed the show. It's not a show, it's not a show, right? It's not a show. It just is, right? It's just a person on a camera on a platform doing something. You did. Hang on, what? Flipped on the money. Big thing. Money should never have been an issue. What are we talking about? Wait. I got some shit to read up here. Hold up. What are you talking about? One thing. Oh no, okay, no. So like, DR was like, you're like very, very worried about, what this was what he was gonna lose from, separating and all of that, until he realized that he has the ability to create his own abundance as many times over as he wants, and then he wasn't mad anymore. It was like a big fuck you to to the energy that was being put on him, right? It's like someone trying to piss you off with something that doesn't even bother you, right? It's like it's like an ex trying to make you jealous with a downgrade. That's what it's like. It's that kind of a deal. Eventually it just doesn't bother you because you're like, yeah, I'm real bothered by the fucking downgrade. That's it, He is the money, baby. He is the abundance, right? DR is the abundance. We all are as individuals. We're the abundance, unless we're most of our exes. No, all right, my beautifuls. I fucking love you guys so much. I hope you guys over in the States get yourselves a good little rest, especially those of you in the eastern states, right? East siders. It's getting late over there, right? Bedtime. Go get some rest. I love you guys. To the rest of you, my side of the world or wherever part of the world you guys are from, I fucking love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Last one again. Thank you so much for the donations. Homies, OGs, I fucking love you guys so much. All right, love you guys so much. And I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. All right, we'll see what Spirit's got in store for us. All right. Until then, take care. Love you. Mwah. Bye.